is happy to announce the launch of test series for CLAT and other law exam. Get 45 plus mock covering all entrance examination along with detailed mock analysis, 9,000 plus practice questions, topic test on every single subtopic, and remember, 3 All India Open Mock with video solution by the CLAT experts. The test series is curated by NLU alumni and is based on the actual exam pattern. So hurry up and enroll now and get CLAT ready.
Hi everyone, very good evening. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep. My name is Alpa Sharma. In this session, we are going to be discussing the English section of the All India Open Mock that was just conducted last week. I hope all of you have already given the mock. I hope you have already taken it. If you haven't done, the window is closed. But then we'll soon be coming up with another Open ALET mock. You could wait for that. In this session, we shall be talking about the questions that appeared, the passages that appeared, and what strategy you should have adopted to sail through this section seamlessly. क्या करना चाहिए था आपको, आपने क्या गलतियां करी, what are the correct answers to the questions that you saw in the examination. All of these things are going to be discussed in the session today. If you could quickly confirm that I'm clearly audible and visible, I shall continue with the session. I hope you can hear and see me clearly, everyone. Hi Ayush, hi Aditi. So before I actually start with the discussion of the English section, how much did you score out of 30 in English in this mock? I'd like to know that, so that I know exactly the weak areas that you fall in, the errors that you've made, and accordingly I can make suggestions to you. What was your score in English? I'd like to know that from you. Thank you, Preeti. Yes, audible. What was your score in English? How much did you score? And apart from that, apart from your score, how would you rate this section? Was it easy? Ayush did 16, okay. Was it easy? Was it difficult? Was it moderate? How was the actual paper? The English section specifically. Others, Preeti, Aditi, Nancy, send me your scores in English in this specific mock. 18, Nancy, okay. Good evening. Moderate, okay. My 2 cents. The paper certainly was not difficult, neither was it very easy. I would consider this section to be moderate. But you know what? With the right strategy, you could have scored really good in this section. It was a scoring one. Barring a couple of passages, 4 of them were on topics that were so easy, and I'm sure you would be very comfortable with those topics. Do you remember one on women and their rights and their values in the family, one on WhatsApp and its values, its value, how Beta is trying to sell it off? Those topics are something that are so commonly discussed every day in the newspapers and our lives that those passages were very easy to do, easy to understand. Options could be eliminated. So I'll tell you exactly how you should have taken the mock. Let's first quickly have a look at what was the pattern of the mock that we took. It was exactly a replica of CLAT 2022. We had 30 questions in English. We had 6 passages. That's exactly what has been happening since the last few years. Similar pattern. Logical reasoning also had 30 questions, 6 passages. Legal had 40 questions, 8 passages. 35 for GK, 7 passages. Quant 15, 3 passages. And thus you have 30 passages in total, 120 minutes for that. And you obviously did not have any sectional timing cutoff. So you could switch between one section to the other. You could pick up one section, leave it in between, do something else, come back to that section. There was no sectional timing. +1 for every correct, plus and minus 0.25 for every incorrect. The usual pattern CLAT follows. And we genuinely think that this mock, or the open mock that we have taken, is pretty close to to what we expect CLAT 2023 to be. And that depends on our assumption based on CLAT 2022. It's pretty close to CLAT 22 and what our prediction is about CLAT 23 as well. If you did not take the mock, I'll again highly recommend that next time when an open mock comes up, make sure you do that and don't miss out on the opportunity. All right, now let's do a general analysis of what this section, specifically English, had. You had 6 passages, and out of that, one was on sociology and anthropology, one was on ecology. This was an easy one. 2 were on culture and lifestyle, very, very easy passages. 2 on business and economy. 1 out of these 2 was a cakewalk. 1 specifically on the IPCC was a little tricky, but then I'll tell you something honestly from the bottom of my heart. When I saw the paper, Neha says she made silly mistakes after analyzing. When I reattempted, I got all of them correct. Neha, I'll tell you something. You know why this happens? You guys, a lot of you come to me and you say, ma'am, I make silly mistakes. I'll tell you why silly mistakes happen. Silly mistakes happen when you're not used to taking tests. Silly mistakes happen when you're not used to practicing. When you practice so much, when you take tests so much, you have a mindset not to omit silly words like except, for example. If you are in a rush and you're not in practice, you're out of practice, you are tend to omit these words, not pay attention to them. Which of the following can't be inferred except? One of such questions appeared in this paper. Now, what exactly are they asking us? What can be inferred or what cannot be inferred? In rush, with the time pressure that's there on the head, you must have got that question wrong. So, my 2 cents, Neha, if you are out of practice, you are bound to make such mistakes. Make sure you practice so much. Take at least 1 mock every week. Solve at least 4 to 6 passages every day so that you don't make such silly mistakes. You know the worst thing? Knowing something and marking it incorrect in the examination because of the pressure. ये सबसे खराब होता है. आता है आंसर लेकिन गलत मार्क कर दिया टाइम प्रेशर में. ऐसी मिस्टेक आप अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते बच्चे. It's going to decide your career. Don't do that. Getting back to ये जो 6 passages थे, how you should have attempted them. So instead of focusing only and only on what the correct answers are, I'm going to take good 10 minutes and talk about पेपर लेना कैसे चाहिए या ये पेपर कैसे लेना चाहिए था आपको. Take something from this session and understand हम इसको कैसे अप्लाई कर सकते हैं हमारे बाकी मॉक टेकिंग स्ट्रैटेजीज में. हम कैसे उसको यूज कर सकते हैं, हम कैसे अपनी एफिशिएंसी बढ़ा सकते हैं. पहला क्वेश्चन, कितने लोगों ने पैसेज नंबर 1 से स्टार्ट किया और फिर 2 पे गए, 3 पे गए, 4 पे गए? कितने लोगों ने सीक्वेंस में सॉल्व किया? हाय सिमरेला, कितने लोगों ने ऐसे सॉल्व किया ये पेपर? पैसेज 1 स्टार्ट करते हैं, हो गया, पैसेज 2 पे चलो, पैसेज 3 पे चलो, सीक्वेंस में करेंगे पेपर. कितने लोगों ने ऐसा किया? जल्दी से बता दो. आयुष ने किया, नैंशी ने नहीं किया. वेरी गुड नैंशी, आई एम वेरी प्राउड ऑफ यू. मैं आपको बताती हूँ. अच्छा, अश्वनी ने भी यही किया. आयुष, अश्वनी, ये पता है सबसे बड़ी गलती थी आपकी. एंड आई एम श्योर बाय द एंड ऑफ दैट सेक्शन, अनुष्का, आपको भी ये रियलाइज हो गया था कि इन सारे पैसेजेस को मुझे चूज करके सॉल्व करना चाहिए था. देखो कैसे, समझो इस बात को ध्यान से, ठीक है. रेलवेज के पास बहुत सारी लैंड एडिशनल, वो उसको कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं अपनी प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी बढ़ाने के लिए. दैट वाज द जिस्ट ऑफ द पैसेज. आर यू कंफर्टेबल विथ रेलवेज and the information about that? Yes. Are you comfortable with how railways can increase its profitability? I'm sure yes. The moment आप पहली लाइन पढ़ोगे, आपको समझ में आ जाएगा ये पैसेज किस चीज के बारे में और क्या आप इस टॉपिक के साथ कंफर्टेबल हो कि नहीं. लेट्स कीप दैट हैंगिंग, लेट्स गो टू द नेक्स्ट पैसेज। ठीक है, देखते हैं, कुछ आंसर्स बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे, समझते हैं पेपर लेना कैसे चाहिए था। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट पैसेज। The challenges faced with families nowadays are largely due to pattern of thought. फैमिली की बात हो रही है, थॉट प्रोसेस की बात हो रही है, ट्रेडिशनल वैल्यू सिस्टम की बात हो रही है। हम इंडियन से ज्यादा नहीं कौन समझ सकता है कि फैमिलीज की वैल्यू क्या है, ट्रेडिशन की वैल्यू क्या है, पेट्रियार्की क्या है। आप और मैं हमसे ज्यादा अच्छा कोई और कंट्री वाला ये शायद नहीं समझ सकता। आई मीन यस, देयर कुड बी ईरान और इराक, और देयर कुड बी पाकिस्तान फॉर दैट मैटर ऑफ फैक्ट, बट ठीक है, हम तो समझते हैं ये चीज। क्या मैं कंफर्टेबल हूं इस पैसेज के साथ? पहली लाइन पढ़ते ही आप समझ सकते हो ये चीज। नेक्स्ट पैसेज पे चलते हैं। नेक्स्ट पैसेज देखते हैं। देखो इससे क्या इन्फर करते हैं, ध्यान देना इस चीज पे, मैं क्या समझाना चाह रही हूं आपको। ठीक है, विद द डिपार्चर ऑफ शॉन द हिस्ट्री ऑफ सिनेमा इन मेनी सेंसेस कम्स टू एन एंड। सिनेमा हिस्ट्री, क्या मैं हिस्ट्री के साथ कंफर्टेबल हूं? If I had to take the test personally, I would have left this passage for the end. I am comfortable with history, but I'm not very keen in reading about that relating to cinema. ये मेरा inclination नहीं है, तो शायद मुझे ये passage समझने में टाइम लगेगा। And since I'm going to take time understanding the passage, I might be messing up with the easier passages जहां मैं score कर सकती थी। What I'm trying to tell you is, हमेशा अपना एक सेक्शन स्टार्ट करने से पहले उसको देख लो। एक एक लाइन भी पढ़ोगे ना तो विद इन 30 सेकेंड्स एट मैक्स 1 मिनट आप डिसाइड कर सकते हो आपकी स्ट्रैटेजी क्या होगी। ये पूरा सेक्शन इंग्लिश का आप 30 मिनट्स में कर सकते थे एट मैक्स। 25 भी डुएबल है। 25 मिनट्स में से अगर मैं 1 मिनट निकाल के ये देख लूं कि पैसेजेस किस टॉपिक पे हैं, मुझे पहले कौन सा करना है और आखिरी में कौन सा करना है, वो आपको बहुत सारा टाइम और बहुत सारे मार्क्स लाके देगा। नेवर टेक अ पैसेज, नेवर टेक एन एंटायर पेपर इन द ऑर्डर इट इज प्रेजेंटेड टू यू। इट्स द बिगेस्ट मिस्टेक यू वुड डू। ऑलवेज शेल आउट टाइम to skim through the entire paper. 2 मिनट दो, देखो पेपर में कुछ नया तो नहीं आ गया। कंसोर्शियम इज ऑलवेज अनप्रेडिक्टेबल, कुछ नया कर सकते हैं वो। देखो पेपर का पैटर्न क्या है, किस तरीके के क्वेश्चंस हैं और मैं किससे स्टार्ट करूंगा, वो पेपर टू पेपर डिपेंड करता है, वो सेक्शन टू सेक्शन डिपेंड करता है। दिस सेक्शन there were easy passages, there were difficult ones. This certainly not was an easy one. The next one as well on IPCC. If you have been reading newspapers regularly, आपको आईपीसीसी के बारे में पता होगा, लेकिन कई लोग आईपीसीसी जैसे टॉपिक्स के COP 26 के साथ में कंफर्टेबल नहीं है, इसको लास्ट के लिए छोड़ दो। वुमेन एंड देयर राइट्स, मेटावर्स, व्हाट्सएप, ये और सोशल मीडिया सबसे इजी पैसेज। डू यू रिमेंबर दैट पैसेज ऑन सोशल मीडिया की कैसे लोग फेक करते हैं सिंपैथी गेन करने के लिए, लाइक्स गेन करने के लिए। दे फेक, आई एम सैड, माई हार्ट ब्रोक, आई हैव पिंपल्स, आई एम शेडिंग माई हेयर। इससे आसान पैसेज आपको नहीं मिल सकता। सबसे पहला पैसेज वो होना चाहिए था, ऑल्दो वो टुवर्ड्स द एंड दिया हुआ है। अगर आप सीक्वेंस में गए वो पैसेज आपसे छूट जाता, प्रॉब्ली छूट गया। आई विल रिपीट, टेक आउट 1 मिनट, देखो किन टॉपिक्स पे है पैसेज, फिर डिसाइड करो कौन सा पहले करोगे, कौन सा एंड में करोगे, सो दैट इफ यू आर रनिंग आउट ऑफ टाइम टुवर्ड्स द एंड, आपका 30 मिनट्स का मार्क खत्म होने वाला है, वो ही छूटेगा जहां आप अनकंफर्टेबल हो। You're not leaving something that was easy and scoring, so you're not losing marks. आपने already speed में वो easy passages कर लिए हैं। So that's my suggestion about how you're supposed to take an individual section and how you're supposed to take a mock. Shell out a few minutes, see paper किस pattern में है, so that you're not shocked कि dude this was easy, I could have done that. मैं silly mistakes नहीं करूंगा। Also अगर आप मेरी classes में regularly आते हो, I've been telling you, अगर आप एक रिचुअल फॉलो करोगे तो आपके लिए एक पेपर अटेम्प्ट करना बहुत इजी हो जाएगा। तो रिचुअल क्या था? रिचुअल है मैं इस तरीके से पेपर दूंगा, ये मेरा सेट पैटर्न है, मेरा पैटर्न है, मैं पहले देखूंगा फिर डिसाइड करूंगा, मेरी चीजें मेरे कंट्रोल में है। पहले ही आपने आईपीसीसी का COP 26 का पैसेज ले लिया एंड इट्स अ बाउंसर फॉर यू, आपका टेम्परामेंट तो हिल गया ना वहां, आपने पेपर रूइन कर दिया, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। ओके, सो नाउ ऑन दिस नोट जल्दी से देखते हैं, I'll take you back just a minute. Since I have made you skim through this, I'll take you back to one important thing. Sources पता है क्या है पैसेज के? I'll show you the sources. The Hindu 1, The Indian Express 2, E-Newspapers 2, Magazine and Journal 1. Exactly जिस तरीके से पेपर बनता है, CLAT में कभी कभी बुक्स एक्सट्रैक्ट्स आते हैं, बट वी हैव रिफ्रेन फ्रॉम डूइंग दैट, वी हैव गिवन यू एग्जैक्टली लेंथ वाइज भी वैसा पेपर, प्रीटी क्लोज टू द एक्चुअल पेपर। अब जल्दी से एक पैसेज डिस्कस करते हैं और फिर देखते हैं उसके करेक्ट आंसर्स क्या हैं। लेट्स सी दिस वन। द मेन थीम ऑफ दिस पैसेज वाज हाउ रेलवेज इजंट एबल टू मेक अ लॉट ऑफ मनी। क्योंकि देखो रेलवेज के पास एक सबसे बड़ा काम है जनता को सर्व करना, so it can't charge exorbitantly from the janta, and then there's a humongous pressure on their head to meet a lot of expenses regarding overhauling the entire railways, maintaining the railways, their humongous staff की salaries, बाद में staff का pension भी देना है। तो ये जो रेलवेज है ये प्रॉफिटेबल कैसे बनेगा, उसके लिए एक आइडिया दे दिया पैसेज में। अग्रीड एवरीवन? आइडिया क्या दिया है? स्पेयर लैंड है, उसको यूज करो। अब उसको यूज करने के लिए there's of course a few claims the author made here that उन्होंने इंक्रीज कर दिया, जो लीज का टेन्योर था पहले 5 इयर्स था, उन्होंने इसको इंक्रीज करके 35 इयर्स का दे दिया है, सो दैट वो जो लैंड अवेलेबल है रेलवेज के पास वो उसको लीज आउट कर सके किसी थर्ड पार्टी को, जहां बिजनेस वर्क भी चल सके, रेलवेज खुद भी उसको यूटिलाइज कर सकता है कुछ वेयर हाउस क्रिएट करने के लिए, फिर उसको वो थर्ड पार्टी को रेंट आउट कर सकता है, अपने पर्सनल यूज के लिए भी रख सकता है। बट इवेंचुअली वो जो स्पेयर लैंड है रेलवेज के पास, हाउ रेलवेज कैन यूज इट टू अर्न प्रॉफिट, इवेंचुअली सर्व द कम्युनिटी, serve the welfare of the society, and then serve their own massive employee strength. That was the gist of the entire passage here. Let's quickly see the questions. I've given you a gist, okay? Also, guys, I'll repeat this. If you read a passage, जैसे मैंने आपको gist बताया ना passage का, exactly in the same manner, आपको जिस्ट बताना है अपने आप को कि मैंने पैसेज पढ़ लिया, अब डूट इसका लास्ट में कि क्या बोल रहा, कहानी क्या है, तो आपको ये चीज आंसर करनी है अपने हेड में कि व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज द पैसेज सेइंग, व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ राइटिंग दिस पैसेज। पर्पस इज फ्री लैंड यूजिंग फॉर जनरेटिंग रेवेन्यू, इवेंचुअली मेकिंग रेलवेज प्रॉफिटेबल। लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चंस। सो क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 वाज ऑल ऑफ द फॉलोइंग can be inferred from the passage except. Question is what cannot be inferred. A said the Indian Railways does not have adequate funds. It can be. Adequate funds नहीं है तभी तो वो और funds raise करना चाहते हैं, वो overhaul नहीं कर पा रहे, वो development नहीं कर पा रहे क्योंकि funds नहीं है उनके पास। Passage ने clearly बोला है the Indian Railways has unused assets which can be used for the land that they have, जिसको वो lease out करना चाहते हैं, it is their unused asset implied in the passage. Repairs will save the crumbling infrastructure of Indian Railways. और इस रिपेयर के लिए ही तो वो फंड जनरेट करना चाहते हैं, apart from many other reasons. Repairs is one of those reasons. क्योंकि अगर रिपेयर नहीं हुआ तो ये जो लाइफलाइन है ना हमारी कंट्री की, वो क्रम्बल डाउन हो जाए कि हम ये अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते हैं। What cannot be inferred is the Indian Railways is in shambles and may not recover in its past glory. भाई this is such a negative, such a pessimistic statement. पूरा पैसेज में कहीं भी आपको pessimistic टोन मिला? नहीं मिला, राइट? पैसेज का टोन, पैसेज का थीम इज सो इंपॉर्टेंट कि वो आपको नॉन थीम बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस में भी ऑप्शन एलिमिनेट करने में हेल्प कर सकता है। द थीम हियर वाज प्रीटी ऑप्टिमिस्टिक कि वो कैसे रेलवेज को प्रमोट करेगा, फंड लेके आएगा। ऑल्दो ऑप्शन सी इज अ पेसिमिस्टिक वन, दैट कैन नॉट बी आवर आंसर, एलिमिनेटेड। दिस कैन नॉट बी इन्फर्ड फ्रॉम द पैसेज। क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग कंक्लूजन्स कैन नॉट बी डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम द पैसेज? कौन सा नहीं कंक्लूजन निकल सकता? ओके, A says the Indian Railways has unused land that can lease profitability. The entire passage talks about that. It's the gist of the passage that we have unused land and how this unused land can lead to profitability in railways. This is the main theme of the passage. It can be derived from the passage. B says the welfare schemes of Indian Railways need to be curbed for it to be profitable. You know what the sentence says? It says railways अपनी welfare scheme बंद कर दो अगर आपको profit कमाना है तो. क्या पूरे पैसेज में इंडियन रेलवेज को वेलफेयर स्कीम बंद करने के लिए बताया है या फिर वो वेलफेयर स्कीम को वो कैसे मीट कर सकते हैं प्रॉफिट जनरेट करके, ये प्रमोट किया है. द पैसेज सेड वी नीड वेलफेयर स्कीम्स, वी नीड टू सर्व द एम्प्लॉइज, वी नीड पेंशंस फॉर द एम्प्लॉइज, ऑल ऑफ दीज आर मेट बट प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी नहीं मीट हो रही. तो मुझे ये फोर्थ पॉइंटर भी चाहिए, प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी के साथ हम कैसे कर सकते हैं. वेलफेयर स्कीम अगर बंद करने को बोलेगा ऑथर, again it's a pessimistic one. It cannot be the correct answer. So it cannot be a correct conclusion. Thus that's the correct answer. C said the unused land of Indian Railways can be used for both commercial and railway purpose. Yes, railway अपने warehouse बना सकता है, उसको third party को lease out कर सकता है commercial activity के लिए. The Indian Railways has not proved to be an efficient business enterprise. Yes, अभी तक कोई profitability नहीं है. Business के सेंस में तो प्रॉफिटेबल नहीं हुआ है अभी तक. वेलफेयर स्कीम चल रही है बट क्या रेलवेज प्रॉफिट कमा रहे हैं? नॉट टिल नाउ. सो सी ऑल्सो इज a conclusion in the passage. Let's see question number 3. The author mentions pension bills. Pension bill क्यों mention किया है? So pension is basically अपने employees को बाद में जो pension देंगे उसके लिए भी उनको फंड चाहिए. इसमें एक क्लोज ऑप्शन था, ऑप्शन बी. Option B said to highlight the unplanned expenses that Indian Railways had to face in the future. Of course, Indian Railways has to face this in the future, that they have to pay pension for their employees. But this is not unplanned. When you hire an employee, a government employee, you have to pay them pension. It's a planned expenditure. It's not an unplanned one. And that's exactly why pension bills के reference में ये unplanned word wrong है. Rather, pension bills की बात इसलिए हो रही है so that it expresses how much money railways need because their staff is humongous. It's one of the largest employers. और उसके रिगार्डिंग कितना एक्सपेंस उनको फ्यूचर में चाहिए होगा उसकी प्लानिंग के लिए उनको आज प्रॉफिट कमाना जरूरी है. That's exactly what option C says, and thus option C is a correct answer. Hi Krishna. Okay, so ये आंसर देखते हैं. Which of the following is a reason for the extended lease tenure of land belonging? पहले 5 years था, एक्सटेंड करके 35 किया. फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ में दिखाया था आपको मैंने. क्यों एक्सटेंड किया? क्या रीजन हो सकता है कि मैंने लोगों को बोला 5 साल की जगह 35 कर दो? One, this question could have answered by going back to the passage where the first paragraph mentioned it. बिना पैराग्राफ को रेफर बैक करे भी आप ये क्वेश्चन आंसर कर सकते थे. जल्दी से देखो एक बार ये लाइन. So read this line. The lease tenure has also been enhanced to 35 years as those interested in leasing the land felt the previous tenure of 5 years was too short to make any huge capital expenditure. मैं crores and crores of rupees लगा रही हूं सिर्फ 5 साल के लिए, मैं उससे प्रॉफिट नहीं कमा सकती हूँ. तो अगर मैं इन्वेस्ट कर रही हूँ और मेरे पास 35 साल का टाइम है, I can make profit in that time. So if I'm investing, I need some long-term lease where I can make profit. जल्दी से देखो आंसर क्या है. Pensions is done. Here. So it will reduce the lease fee? No. The line clearly said that it justifies the capital expenditure a person does, a third party does. वो जस्टिफाई करता है कि लॉन्ग टर्म लीज है तो ठीक है मैं इन्वेस्ट करने को रेडी हूं, 5 साल के लिए इन्वेस्ट करके क्या करूंगा मैं. इट जस्टिफाइज द अमाउंट ऑफ एक्सपेंडिचर अ थर्ड पार्टी डज. दैट्स हाउ यू वुड फाइंड योर करेक्ट आंसर हियर. द करेक्ट आंसर इज अ सी. लास्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर दिस पैराग्राफ, दिस पैसेज. द एक्सप्रेशन इट हैज टू फुट एन enormous pension bill. To foot means what? It's basically an idiom, which means you have to put in money. It's not an analogy. Analogy is दो unrelated चीजों को link करना. It's not a hyperbole. Hyperbole is exaggerate करना. यहाँ exaggeration नहीं है. Dictum is also a common saying, but to foot does not mean to reveal a problem. Rather, it means to pay something. That's exactly why our correct answer is going to be a D here. Passage supremely easy tha. You should have done this passage. Okay, now since we cannot discuss each and every passage, we have recorded videos on our app for this mock, and each question is backed up with a video explanation. But I'm not winding up the class. I'm going to be taking you to another passage जो अगर मेरा suggestion है, that should have been the very next passage you should have taken. तो उस sequence में चलते हैं. Let me take you back to the passage which talks about social media. 100% of you will understand that passage, will agree with that passage. Let me take you there and let's quickly skim through the passage. और उसके questions कितने easy हैं वो देखते हैं. उसको आंसर करना बहुत easy था. आप skim करके वो passage आंसर कर सकते थे. Let's see that. Here it is. So, एक example है. ठीक है? She said she had acne and she got really unhappy on social media and बाद में उसको बहुत support मिला लोगों से. बाद में पता चला it was only a gimmick. PR strategy थी, paid promotion था एक brand का. Did it break hearts? It did. अब इस passage में दो चीजें ध्यान देने वाली हैं. Okay? What are the two things that you need to pay attention to? One, the word sad fishing. You're fishing for likes, comments, views by being sad. दो चीजें यहां ध्यान देने वाली है. I might want attention because I'm sad. But वो genuine attention हो सकता है. I might be depressed. I need help. I don't have anyone to talk to. I express this on social media and I get help. ये भी sad fishing है. Or I pretend to be sad on social media to get likes and views. I get them. I get the attention. ये भी sad fishing है. तो sad fishing genuine भी हो सकती है और made up भी हो सकती है. दोनों तरीके की sad fishing हो सकती है. And that's exactly what you had to. Preeti, okay, video team. Preeti, I'll get this resolved by the end of the day. Okay? By the time that gets resolved, हम discuss कर रहे हैं ये passages. Okay? तो ये दोनों चीजें यहाँ ध्यान देना जरूरी था. दो तरह की sad fishing. I hope everyone understood what sad fishing is. और जैसे ही sad fishing बताया आपको समझ में आ जाना चाहिए था कि क्या behavior है ये. और पूरा passage again and again and again sad fishing को ही explain कर रहा है कि कैसे लोग they make it up to gain likes and views. और उस वजह से जो genuinely लोग attention चाहते हैं उनको attention नहीं मिलता. So then those people who need attention suffer because of people who pretend. एक suggestion before I continue. आपने पहले पैराग्राफ पढ़ा, ठीक है? एक बार ध्यान से देखो. पहले पैराग्राफ पढ़ा जहां पे ये समझ में आ गया था that she is pretending to be sad for likes and views. एक बार लास्ट पैराग्राफ पढ़ते हैं. लास्ट पैराग्राफ है for attention or for help, whatever may be the reason. लोग हेल्प के लिए भी sad fishing कर सकते हैं, attention के लिए भी कर सकते हैं. Whatever may be the reason, the outcome of sad fishing may not always be favorable. आपको cyber bullying हो सकती है. That's what the last paragraph says. क्या मैं फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ और लास्ट पैराग्राफ को लिंक करके ये बात निकाल सकती हूँ कि पूरा पैसेज sad fishing की बात कर रहा है? The main theme is sad fishing, and the two ways sad fishing can be beneficial yet harmful. It can actually bounce back as negative one. क्या आप ये दोनों पैराग्राफ पढ़ के कंक्लूजन निकाल सकते हो? बिल्कुल निकाल सकते हो. What I'm trying to teach you here is when you read an extract, be very, 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 very careful. मैं इतना very बोल रही हूँ कि मैं फोकस नहीं कर सकती कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है ये आपके लिए. मेरा बस चलता ना, I could come into your place and read the first and last paragraph for you. First और last paragraph पे बहुत ध्यान दो. This will help you know the main idea. ये सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. तो जो लोग मेन आइडिया के साथ स्ट्रगल करते हैं उनको फर्स्ट और लास्ट पैराग्राफ पढ़ना चाहिए. स्पेसिफिकली, और बहुत सारी चीजें, बट ये दोनों तो पढ़ना ही चाहिए। और मेन आइडिया पढ़ के हम कितने ऑप्शन एलिमिनेट कर सकते हैं, आओ पैसेज में देखते हैं। कितना इजी है देखो लाइफ, स्ट्रेस हम ले लेते हैं, है नहीं इतना डिफिकल्ट। देखते हैं। As per the context, which of the following can be inferred about those who actually need to post on social media to seek help? I'm depressed. For example, Sushant Singh Rajput, if he had posted on social media, imagine the amount of love he would have received about his mental health, that he needed some help. For example, it's only an example. तो जो लोग genuinely help चाहते हैं, उनके बारे में हम क्या infer कर सकते हैं? People who actually need some help from others are not likely to get support क्योंकि there are people who fake it, who pretend it. You know, it's so difficult on social media to realize क्या real है, क्या fake है. Thus, I will not pay attention. This is absolutely true. A says people who post on social media to genuinely seek public attention are not likely to help others. इसका मतलब है कि अगर मुझे हेल्प चाहिए, genuinely हेल्प चाहिए सोशल मीडिया पे, मैं बाकी लोगों को हेल्प नहीं करूंगी। नहीं, मेरा बाकी लोगों को हेल्प करने का कोई रिलेशनशिप ही नहीं है पैसेज में। C says seeking help on social media is one thing. You also need to present your story to captivate others. Sushant Singh Rajput, for example, would not have thought about how my story can be fancy because I need help. Why will somebody who needs help make the story fancy? Absolutely wrong. People will not respond to even the genuine post on social media in the wake of spread of manufactured posts. Why is D wrong? D is a close option. See? ऐसे ही देखो yes ma'am, no ma'am बोलते रहा करो so that I know you guys are involved, okay? It's so that it's not a one-sided conversation. People will not respond to even genuine posts on social media in the wake of spread of manufactured posts. See, it's a pretty extreme one. Rather, when you see people who actually need help are not likely, it's a probable one. When you draw a conclusion, you cannot draw a short one. A probable one is always preferred over the other as an answer, and that's exactly why B would be a correct answer here. 22. In terms of overall understanding of the passage, which of the following truly encapsulates what sad fishing is all about? I explained what sad fishing is. There was a paragraph. There were multiple paragraphs explaining the definition of sad fishing. Fishing for comments and likes, showing that you're sad. Fishing for attention. Genuine bhi ho sakta hai kyunki. So fishing for attention. According to the passage, sad fishing hai kya? So sad fishing is acting in a way that seeks attention, genuine. It could be fake as well. Cooked up stories. दो तरीके का sad fishing बताया था. And it could also be for building your personal brand. PR promotion भी हो सकता है. First paragraph में example था उसका. ये तीनों तरीके की sad fishing हो सकती है. ये दोनों, which is made up, this, that is genuine. If you understood the main theme, you would get this answer correct. Exactly. Yes, that was an extreme line. 23. Which of the following is the most suitable title? क्या सिखाया था मैंने? फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ लास्ट पैराग्राफ पढ़ोगे, टाइटल भी आएगा, मेन थीम भी आएगा. इफ यू नो द मेन थीम, you'll get the title here. So, sad fishing. You remember my phrase, bigger picture? Always eliminate an option that's narrow. Choose an option that's detailed. Example देखो. Sad fishing, an attention-seeking measure or cry for help. Sad fishing, social media's reality. Last paragraph said there were two types of sad fishing, genuine and fake. It encapsulates both. But here it only talks about fake. Eliminated. Sad fishing, a vanity project or genuine concern. Now, if I have vanity project, it's a word that's a pretty generic one. Rather, the passage uses exactly these terms. Vanity project is सिर्फ सुंदर दिखाना, अच्छा अच्छा दिखाना, beautify करना. It's not to beautify, it's to gain attention. Eliminated. B says sad fishing, what one needs to know about the raging phenomena. हाँ, we need to know it. But इसके दो types कहाँ हैं? Passage ने बहुत focus किया दोनों types पे, दो pages पे focus किया है. Correct answer A. It's a bigger picture. Now you understand कैसे find करेंगे title? Title is pretty synonymous to the main theme. Main theme पता है, title पता होगा, tone पता होगा. दोनों answers मिलेंगे. I'll repeat, याद रखना, first paragraph, last paragraph दोनों, they're supremely important. Let's see the next question. The function of the first paragraph. First paragraph क्या था? I have pimples, I am sad, she got likes and comments and views. Later on, it came out to be a PR strategy. The question is, क्यों लिखा था ये example? If you come to my editorial classes regularly, आप master होगे इस question के. I am sure of that. Such a paragraph is always written. Examples in the beginning are always given to grab your attention to the core issue. And the core issue, you know what that is. So that example introduces us to the main idea by using a real life example of what had happened. The main issue is how people use sad fishing for gaining sympathy, which is build up and fake. It's an example to grab your attention to the main theme. Remember, the first paragraph will always play a big role in making you understand the main theme. So, B is our correct answer here. 25. Which of the following words is the synonym of the word connotation? आप अगर मेरी क्लासेस में आते हो ना, connotation word मैं इतना यूज करती हूँ, I use it so frequently. इस वर्ड का क्या connotation है? पॉजिटिव है, नेगेटिव है? I use this sentence so much. Connotation का मतलब हुआ implication. क्या implied meaning है उसका? Negative implied meaning है या positive implied meaning है? Pragmatism is being practical. Theory is the opposite of pragmatism. Adversity is a situation that's very difficult for you to deal with. A stressful situation, testing times is adversity. Connotation means the implication of the word. Still, if you don't know the meaning of connotation, I would highly recommend आप पैसेज पे वापस जाते, कंफर्म करते आंसर और मार्क करते. Contextual vocabulary हमेशा रेफर बैक करके आंसर करना करो. Let me have a sip of water and then I'll continue. इस पैसेज के बाद थैंक यू प्रीति. I'm very proud of my students. अच्छा, before I continue, did you hit the like button? Did you subscribe to the channel? नहीं किया अभी तक तो कर देना, है ना? इसके बाद मेरे अकॉर्डिंग आपको कौन सा पैसेज सॉल्व करना चाहिए था? मेटावर्स. बिल्कुल ये. आपको पता है व्हाट्सएप आप यूज करते हैं, आई एम श्योर. आपको पता है वो फ्री है और सालों से फ्री है. जब से एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है तब से फ्री है. ऑफ कोर्स मार्क ज़करबर्ग वुड वांट टू मेक मनी आउट ऑफ बिजनेस. बिजनेस क्यों है? कैपिटलिस्टिक मार्केट क्यों है? मनी बनाने के लिए. बट व्हाट्सएप तो वो बच्चा है जो नहीं कमा रहा. इंस्टाग्राम ज़करबर्ग का बच्चा है, कमा रहा है. फेसबुक भी थोड़ा कमा रहा है. बट ये एक बच्चा है जो नालायक है, वो नहीं कमा रहा है. तो ज़करबर्ग ने क्या डिसाइड किया है? एक लाइन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. आई विल फोकस ऑन दैट लाइन. सो हियर इज द लाइन. ज़करबर्ग ने डिसाइड किया कि ये मेरा वो बच्चा जो कमा नहीं रहा है, इसको मैं भेजूंगा, किसी और के घर भेज दूंगा. I'll sell it off to somebody else जो शायद इसको कमाना सिखा दे. So it could be the sacrificial offering. इसको हम कुर्बान कर देते हैं हमारी फैमिली के लिए, अपनी फैमिली को बचाने के लिए. इसको हम कुर्बानी दे देते हैं टू एंटी ट्रस्ट रेगुलेटर्स जो परेशान कर रहे हैं ज़करबर्ग को. I mean, अगर 4 बच्चों में से एक बच्चा मांगेंगे तो वही दोगे ना जो सबसे ज्यादा नालायक है. Somebody who is helping you, earning profit for you, you not sacrifice that child. You sacrifice the child who doesn't earn for you. And that is WhatsApp. So ज़करबर्ग को अगर बचाना है अपने आप को from antitrust regulators, किसको sacrifice करेंगे वो? WhatsApp को. That's the gist of the passage. ठीक है, आगे देखते हैं passage के questions. That's the gist of it, okay? Last paragraph एक बार पढ़ लेते हैं. Let's see the main idea. Maybe the metaverse will be a different experience and Zuckerberg will find a way to pivot his thriving advertising business to virtual reality. Metaverse, meta say, right? So, but the humbling shift in WhatsApp's value from potential business to Meta's most likely regulatory sacrifice. मतलब सबसे promising business idea था उनके लिए, अब sacrifice करना पड़ेगा उनको. It underscores how clearly that vision is on shaky ground. The vision Meta has, which is on shaky grounds. One thing to note here, the entire passage was written with a positive tone or a negative tone. ये आंसर बताओ मुझे before I discuss the answers with you. What was the tone here? Has the author spoken positively in the passage or negatively? Absolutely negatively. So when we decide the main idea, we also focus on the tone because it also helps us eliminate many options. It's absolutely a negative tone about Meta's existence, its profitability, and how WhatsApp needs to be sacrificed because वो नालायक बच्चा है. Question number 1. Central idea. Zuckerberg's metaverse dream is likely to turn WhatsApp into a sacrificial goat. मेटावर्स का ड्रीम कब पूरा होगा? जब एंटी ट्रस्ट रेगुलेटर से बचोगे. कैसे बचोगे? व्हाट्सएप बेच के. Completely negative. That's the gist of the passage. We just now discussed it. In order to pursue his metaverse dream, Mark Zuckerberg is more likely to sell WhatsApp than Instagram. See, WhatsApp is not compared to Instagram. That's not the purpose of the passage, that how we are comparing these. The entire focus is on metaverse dream and the existence of WhatsApp. That's all. It is not compared to the other bachas Zuckerberg has. Wrong. WhatsApp has been a failed acquisition for Meta thus far? Yes. But does it link to Zuckerberg's dream of metaverse? It doesn't. Jab tak, dekho, this is a broader picture than this is. This is narrower one. Remember, central idea has to be broader, bigger picture. This is narrow. This cannot be our answer. It needs to be more detailed. This is a subset of this. ये जो sacrificial goat है, ये इसीलिए तो है कि वो failed acquisition है. It's a subset of A. And that's why C cannot be an answer. Meta has no clue how to come up with a successful business strategy for WhatsApp. Maybe. And that's why they're sacrificing. Because it is a failed acquisition, that's why they're sacrificing. C and D are subsets of A. Always a bigger picture. Okay. So, next question. 27. Which of the following can be considered as the most worrying sign for Zuckerberg's Meta? Zuckerberg's Meta is something that focuses on making money, but it has failed to generate revenue from anything else apart from online advertising. There's a specific line in the passage that quotes that. Specifically that paragraph jahan sacrificial goat ki baat hui thi. I'll take you back. Here. They have not been able to make any money. They've been able to make money only through advertising. But apart from that, there's nothing where they've been able to make money. Microsoft, Amazon ke examples bhi diye. There's another question. Read this line for the next question. I'll take you back. While Microsoft and Amazon have managed to diversify into cloud computing and gaming, Meta has failed to do the same with such things. So advertising is the only way they've been able to make money. Apart from that, there's no other way. Of course, WhatsApp has been a fail. All of the following can't be inferred from the passage except पूछा क्या है? Which of the following can be inferred? That's basically double negative leads to positive. Oh, okay. Saurabh Banwal has a general doubt and Charu has, ma'am, how to crack ALET in 2 months from scratch. Charu, it's a pretty generic question that's actually beyond the agenda of the session. Can I please ask you to attend one of our sessions on ALET? That might help you with your doubt. Because otherwise I can go on and on talking about that. Okay? So, Saurabh, what your doubt is, I'll try to address that. Which of the following can be inferred is the question. Selling WhatsApp is not going to work. Why? Selling WhatsApp is not going to work. It's a promotion. Selling WhatsApp को तो promote कर रहा author. This is wrong. This cannot be inferred. हमको ढूंढना है which can be inferred. Lack of revenue is the primary reason behind Meta's inability to sell WhatsApp. That's not true. Antitrust laws. Remember, that's the reason. Meta's pivot towards metaverse has seen the stocks of WhatsApp plummeting within Meta hierarchy. Again, Meta's pivot towards metaverse is not why WhatsApp's stocks have plummeted. It's the non-profitability of WhatsApp itself. Antitrust regulators have been a major concern for Meta. और इसीलिए तो sacrifice करना पड़ रहा है. The whole passage focused on how Meta has to sacrifice something to save itself from the antitrust regulators. So it has been a point of concern for them. How will they save themselves? By sacrificing their nalhak bacha. I'll address a question here before I go on. Ma'am, I have not scored good in the mock, but less than expected. Saurabh, when I started discussing this mock, I said this. क्या आपने उस तरीके से पेपर लिया था जिस तरीके से मैं आपको सॉल्व करवा रही हूं आज? या आपने पैसेज 1 से स्टार्ट किया? प्लस हैव यू बीन प्रैक्टिसिंग इनफ? क्या आप एम्पल ऑफ मॉक ले रहे हो हर वीक? ये क्वेश्चंस आंसर करो. Because if you've not been doing that, that's probably the reason why you did not score as good as you had expected to in the mock. Answer this question. So, I don't know for what you've said yes, because mera video is delayed or फिर आपका answer आ रहा है. If you haven't been practicing enough, if you took the mock in the sequence it was in, you did not plan it out, you did not strategize it, you did not do the easier passages before the difficult ones, you probably did not score well. तो मेरे लिए डिफिकल्ट है समझना कि आपने यस मैम किस चीज के लिए लिखा. आई स्टिल कांट एड्रेस योर डाउट. आई एम सॉरी फॉर दैट. लास्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं इस पैसेज का. कंपनीज लाइक Amazon एंड Microsoft, मैं आपको लेके गई थी लास्ट लाइन में. रीड दैट लाइन अगेन. दे हैव मैनेज्ड टू गेट अहेड ऑफ मेटा. कैसे? बाय डाइवर्सिफाइंग. द वर्ड डाइवर्सिटी वाज रिटन. सिर्फ और सिर्फ एडवर्टाइजमेंट से प्रॉफिट आता है मेटा को. Whereas Amazon, Microsoft, they have diversified the revenue stream. Multiple areas say they make money, but Meta only on advertisement. That's exactly how they have been able to make money and not Meta. 30th, the synonym of the word ignoble. Noble opposite ignoble. So इसका synonym क्या होगा? Ignoble का amicable is an antonym. Presentable antonym. Perishable जो जल्दी से खराब हो जाता है, not related. It's despicable. Despicable is ignoble. Somebody who's not noble, not humble, not genuine. Your score is good, Saurabh. I had also expected more out of you. But please see the kind of mistakes you did. Were these silly? Were you out of practice? Were you under pressure? Were you not strategized? What was wrong? Please figure it out. So that's question number 30th. Now, there were 3 more passages which I haven't discussed. I've discussed only 3. But there were 3 more passages for which there are going to be recorded videos uploaded on our app with the mock. You could watch those analysis. The purpose of the session was not merely discussing each question, but to tell you exactly how the difficulty level was and how you should have taken this specific paper to score better than others. Remember to apply this strategy to every single mock that you take. Few take homes before I wind up the session. 1. Strategize. 2. Always pay attention to the first and last para. Always. 3. Always find the main idea and the tone of the passage. Always focus on that. Okay? And 4. Please practice enough. If you follow these, your next mock should go really well. Ma'am, after analyzing every mock, most of my incorrect answers were from vocab. What should I do to improve my vocab? Neha, 10 words every day from RX. Alpa ma'am, 10 words every day from newspapers. List of high frequency words that's there on our app and tests on vocab. Good, Neha, that you know that your errors are in vocab. Do these. 10 words every day from newspapers, list of high frequency words, word power medium tests on our app. That should be enough for your vocabulary. Winding up the class, everyone, now. I shall see you again tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Have a very good day. Have a good night. And work really hard. God bless you.